Hello, it is James here, or I am James. I have another video I need to make or want to make about Uber driving and rideshare driving, Lyft driving, those two primary sources of rideshare driving in New York City. What I want to ask you rideshare drivers is, have you been able to save $4,000, $10,000, $20,000 a year if you're making six figures or more? I have read more than once that drivers are not saving. They net or they bring in gross money like 110,000, but they save 14,000. It's not saving it. They have expenses. They're spending their gross income. Then they have their taxes, self-employment, and federal tax. There's a lot that you can do to save. You can set up bank accounts, savings accounts, and you can put money in those accounts. You can even withdraw money and put it in a drawer in your apartment or your house. So there are ways to save. My goal is to make a lot of money. But the question is, will I just make that money, or will I be able to save at the end of the year? So I, in the form of sentences and questions on ChatGPT. By the way, it has about a 70% accuracy. I read that somewhere. Maybe it's not true. Don't sue me, ChatGPT. But I think the thing is, if you put aside money every day, say I make 400, I'm writing this, I make 400 a day for 50 weeks. I'd make it's about less than 365 days. But 400 times 6 is going to be 2,400. 2,400 times 50 weeks. If I take 2 weeks off, 52 weeks is a year. It's going to be about 100, should be 120,000. If I use my calculator, my handy dandy calculator, I'm going to look up 2,400 times 50. It's $120,000 a year. If I save, divide that by 50 weeks, 2,400 a week, subtract, I'm going to go through the parking. Parking is $90 a week. Minus 90. Gas is going to be about 220 a week if I'm driving a lot. Minus 220. Easy Pass is going to be about maybe 230 a week. I'm at 1860 now. 475 for the week for the car and the insurance. $120,000, 10% of that would be something. I'm not the best at math, but you would be left with 1385 left after expenses, and you're making $2,400, and then you subtract, you're going to have, like, for instance, deductibles. Sorry, I didn't finish that sentence, but you're going to have deductibles, like the car rental. Maybe I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you have a car rental deductible, and then so $1,385. You're left with that. Now taxes. Okay, what are taxes and savings going to be? If I'm making $120,000 a year, which I hope all drivers can make, 120,000. What is 40% of 120,000? 48,000 divided by 50 weeks, 960 a week, divided by 6 days, 160 a day. 160 per day is the tax amount, tax savings that need to be saved. And then what you can do is subtract 1,385 minus 160 times 6. You're left with 425 for savings and expenses, minus 175 for food and miscellaneous, 250. 250 times, left with 250, and that's going to be every week. That's what I would be left with, times 50 weeks. Maybe I'd make or save $12,500 after taxes. Let's recalculate the tax thing. 160 per day times 6, 960 a week times 50 weeks, 48,000. Bam, that's right. That's the right way to go. It's a lot of money to save, $12,500, but make sure it goes directly into your bank, your savings account, or in a drawer somewhere where you can forget about it for a while, and then you say, oh, I've got this money. If you don't have a memory problem, which I hope you can work through or don't have, I think you can put it into your Roth IRA or whatever it is and just do it that way. Signing off.